Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday, the 27th of May, 2019, ending Friday, the 31st. Technically, it's a 4-day week. Monday, we are closed, so we're really starting on Tuesday. But nevertheless, here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures form. We now have an inverted cuff and handle or even a head and shoulders like formation against that red static trend line. If we break that level, that does not look pretty for the markets. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be a very key area. Obviously, we spent a lot of the time this week gapping and then not doing much, but we had some decent winners when they were available. I'd like to see more action out of the markets. Still, we've had this same problem for a while now, but I can't really complain about the last week. It was all right. All right, here's a look at crude oil up 22 cents after dropping the day before, 58.85. Gold up a buck 20 off of that 13 buy signal on the seeker. S&P cash gains 3.82 as people were mostly gone on Friday, heading down to that long weekend. The Nasdaq side down $6.97. This one also has that same pattern and is closer to breaking the lows from back at the end of March there. So look out. This one's already cracked the static trend line, but the lows there are still in place. SOX down 10.87. Nothing pretty there. Again, the low from early March is really the last key level of support on this thing, and then they're in trouble. The biotech's up 16.13. Russell 2000 gains 12.72 points. The VIX loses 1.07. Trend closes at 1.29. 10-day moving average is 1.15. Nasdaq volume only 1.6 billion shares, the lightest volume day of the year so far. Not a surprise. We knew that was going to happen coming in as you're going into the long weekend and the start of summer for many. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 872, on the New York plus 1011. So more stocks were up than down on the day. Google down $6.73, Apple down 69 cents. Netflix gains $2.18. Remember that 13 sell signals in place on Netflix. Amazon up 7.80. Tesla down $4.86. Nothing pretty on Tesla. Facebook up 19 cents. Goldman Sachs up a buck 03. This thing has been so flat all year. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF. New closing highs for the year up 11 cents. It's interesting. Dow was up 95. All right, let's look at the intra-day action, but we'll switch it to 10-minute candles so we can see the whole week. So here's the ES. You can see from the prior Friday's close. We had gap down on Monday, tried to recover, didn't fill the gap, came back down, closed about where we opened. Tuesday, we gapped up. That filled the gap from Friday. Tried to go a little higher and closed right about there. That was the high close of the week. Wednesday gapped down, filled the gap, came back down, closed about where we opened. I mean, three generally flat days after gaps. Thursday, the big gap down, so that fills the gap from Tuesday morning. And then headed lower, bounced in the last few minutes. Friday, gap up, and then drifted down, filled the gap. So we never filled the gap from Wednesday's close to Thursday's open, and we closed down a little bit for the week. NASDAQ side looks like this, not much different. A little bit negativity for the week, as we know. All right, so what do we have coming out this week in terms of economic data that we can look forward to? Here you go. Monday's the holiday. Tuesday, housing price index at 9 a.m. Consumer confidence at 10. Wednesday, Richmond manufacturing index. Thursday's the big one. Second look at GDP, goods trade balance, preliminary wholesale inventories, weekly initial and continuing jobless claims at 8:30. 10 o'clock pending home sales, 10:30 natty gas, 11 o'clock crude oil. That's usually on Wednesday, but because of the holiday, they push it a day later and move it to 11 o'clock. Friday, we've got the core PCE price index, personal income and spending, an hour before the bell. Chicago PMI at 9:45. Revised University of Michigan sentiment after that. Keep in mind that we are looking at, because it's the end of the month, Friday will probably be very unexciting. It's the day they want to print the statement. So unless there's some major news going on in the world or the market's in the middle of a big collapse from earlier in the week, I would think Friday is going to be pretty dead. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading